What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with Cherish today, review, recap. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Everybody comment, like, all that good stuff. Listen, let's just get into it. This episode, Miss Luma was having a birthday party. Long story short, because y'all know how this show is, takes us on this episode. So, we only want to talk about Evan and Gently. So we find out this episode that they have divorced. And when I find out that they have, when we find out they have divorced, at least myself, I was just like, good for Evan. It made me feel like good for Evan because last week, the way the show was, her going off on him, going to the counselor saying that it's not her, it's him. It was just toxic. And I was just happy that, I don't know how many years later this was, nothing like that, but, I was happy for him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of Mr. Light Skin, but I was happy. So we also find out that Gently has found her calling. Her podcast career has ascended. She's moving to Oakland to run some type of podcast in San Francisco. So immediately I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, like, how much money did Evan give this girl in the divorce settlements? Because ain't no way she can afford to live in, San Francisco, Oakland, or whatever the case is. And we still don't know. But it seems that her career in the podcast industry has taken off. So let's just get down to it. So Miss Luma lets Gently know this would not be a birthday gathering without Evan's presence being here. So what happens is she invites Evan. She tells Gently, don't be upset. Don't feel the type of ways, but things have not been the same since y'all get divorced. Fast forward. Evan rides to the party. They lock eyes. And you can kind of feel they were I thought they were going to end the show with them two in bed, having, I guess, divorce sex or whatever. But they did kiss. So let's just get to it. Let's just get to it. We ain't going to even talk about too much other than this. Evan, at the end of the party, once everybody went home, Evan went in the kitchen where Gently was and say, hi, my name is Evan. Reintroducing himself like, bro, you just divorced her, bro. Like, come on. He been in Tokyo or whatever. So, long story short, they end up having this conversation. They catching up with each other. He wishing her all the best of luck with her podcast deals. And, he over in Tokyo doing some consulting. They catching up, and then she slips it in there. And I thought it was going to be him, but he did say some things that I disagree with. So nevertheless, Gently says, could my career have been the reason that we, grew apart and, this thing broke? And of course, this nigga, oh Lord, forgive me. Evan pissed me off at the highest because his response was, no, it wasn't that. We grew apart well before then. I gave myself way too much credit for loving you than I should have, and I was selfish. And then she gonna say, you wasn't the only one, I was selfish too. And I'm just saying to myself, dude, what are you doing? This is the perfect opportunity for you to hear her out. Hear her say, maybe it was me. Maybe I could have done this. Maybe I should have done that. But instead, you did what you always done. You put all the blame on yourself, and therefore, she didn't say she was selfish, but that's not accomplishing anything. Let me tell you something. One thing I have learned in my young life, for the 27 years I have been living, that if you ask for something, whether you praying for it, whether you working towards it, or whatever it is, man, car, woman, house, it don't matter. Do not ask for something good and great that once you get, you are not ready to keep it. And I really believe that is the issue, the underlying issue with these two, more so Gently. And I'm not saying that she asked for a man like Evan, although it damn sure didn't hurt. And to take the step even deeper, even if you don't ask for it, when you are blessed with something or someone that is great for your life and in the direction that you're going in, that can support you mentally, emotionally, in any kind of way possible. And that's what it seemed like he was doing. You have to, come out of yourself and allow yourself to submit and just be ready for it. You know what I'm saying? You have to be ready for it. So nevertheless, get back to the story. So Evan, he doubles back because he leave and he come back. He help her clean up because he obviously don't want to see, don't want to leave. He done seen her. Now he all back in love again. Just getting on my goddamn nerves. So they cleaning up, doing dishes, taking out trash. They found a bottle of, some wine or whatever it was. She bought $150 bottle of wine. They go and drink it on the porch together and, just conversating with each other. And you can just feel it. They end up kissing or whatever the case is. But, like I said, for me, man, I don't know what the answer for these two are. We also find out that Evan, his mom has become a minister, and no one in his family was happy about him and Gently getting divorced. They all wanted them to stay together. And so Gently is surprised by that because she's just like, I bet your mama said that she owed God for getting me out of her life. And he was just like, nah, it's complete opposite. Nobody wanted that. And that sort of thinking, and I get why Gently think that, but in the moment, like, come on, girl, y'all trying to rekindle something. Whether it's some good memories or just have a good time being in each other's presence. Like, come on now. Even though he didn't react how I would have, it is what it is. But these two, I just don't know where the show going. I don't know where their relationship going, but I got to get to Ben. Ben pissed me off this episode for two reasons why. A, he was upset at Evan because Evan didn't tell him bye. He wasn't dating you. Like, to myself, I never thought you would leave. But look here, dog. Ben, I get it. You had a lot of respect for Evan. And you still should. He took Gently, who was broken, dealing with different type of stresses and emotional thingamajiggies with her mother, her past men she's dated. He took her as she was and turned her into his wife that he loved and cherished. And you mad at him. I don't get it. Like, if he's such a good man, have a conversation with him and try to get down to the root of the issue or see if it's something that can be done to get them to. Don't just throw no temper tantrums out. You didn't say goodbye. Like, come on, bro. Get out of here with it. Second of all, I never really paid too much attention to being character because I knew it wasn't a permanent character or whatever, but he got to be the worst paying gangster or former gangster I have ever seen. When he went up to one of the actresses that was at the party, his proper talking ass, it just got on my... Boy, he supposed to be from, the hood over there in Cali or Inglewood. I don't know which hood he from, but excuse me, ma'am, your work is impeccable. You are my favorite actress of all time. You have really outdone... Like, come on, bro. That ain't how they talk in the hood. But look, that's it. Quick review. I got some things to do today. But all I'm saying to you guys is this. Evan, I was happy for Evan when I found out that they divorced. I was happy for Gently when I found out she found her thing in the world, which is this podcast. I wasn't happy when she was being vulnerable and he put all the blame on him. Light skin, let her take. Do you not remember what she did to you in all them therapy sessions? Come on, bro. That's all I got, man. I got to go. I'm going to holler at y'all good folks later. Be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share. Happy Wednesday. You know the vibes. I'm out of here. Peace.